جنين الله وجنين يعني لما قلت لهم جنين
الله وجنين والله ورب فلسطين دود بس اخت اسرائيل.
I recently made a video about the Israeli soldiers that were cursing their own country, and I was wondering why that was. What was the explanation? And I kind of dismissed the idea that these were Israeli Arabs, because generally Israeli Arabs don't serve in the IDF, with a few exceptions, which I did mention in the video, and I didn't realise that it actually applied to this situation. The soldiers in question are apparently from the Druze community, and I did mention the fact that the Druze, along with the Bedouin and the Circassians, do serve in the IDF, and this has been the case since the creation of the state, due to the pacts that were made with those communities at the time that they would be welcome and protected by the new state, provided they served in the military, which they do till modern day. And for that reason, Druze have never really been regarded as or embraced their Palestinian identity. In fact, I've never encountered any Druze people in the Palestinian territories. I think most of the Druze in the Holy Land live within Israel and serve within the armed forces. But are we seeing a change? Is Israeli identity changing? In 2018, the Israeli nationality bill that was passed cemented the concept of Israel being a Jewish state for the Jewish people primarily. Where does that leave you if you're an Israeli citizen and you're not of Jewish heritage? And non-Jewish Israelis don't have Israeli nationality, they have Israeli citizenship. It's a funny thing, the way nationality works over there. Your nationality is recorded as either Jewish or one of the other minority groups, such as the Druze. You have Israeli citizenship, you don't have Israeli nationality. And I know at the time that bill was passed, a lot of the Bedouin community came out protesting it, saying this is marginalising us. And there were Bedouin towns where people were being evicted from their land, even though they'd lived there for generations. So all of these factors may have led to a shift in the way that minorities in the Holy Land feel, how they feel they can fit in, whether or not they want to identify with the nation or fight for the nation in the armed forces. And could that be a problem? If you are conscripting 18 and 19-year-olds and giving them weapons, but really they don't feel like they want to fight for your country, and on camera they're willing to curse that country, what else might they be willing to do with that weapon? And the Holy Land, from the river to the sea, is so diverse. There are so many ethno-linguistic religious communities, minorities. I've mentioned the Circassian, the Druze, the Bedouin. You've got Armenians that have lived there for generations. You've got several different types of Christians. And the Jewish community itself is diverse, from the Mizrahim to the Ashkenazim and the Ethiopian Jewish people that are living there, the so-called Falasha. I know that's not a politically correct term, but I think they call themselves Beta Israel. But the point is, you've got so many different religious and ethnic and linguistic groups living in a small region from the river to the sea. You can't have that as one state for one people only, can you? You've got to do a South Africa and have a bit of a rainbow nation. The Druze, by the way, are an offshoot of an Islamic sect. Their beliefs include a lot of Christianity mixed with Islam, and I think some ancient Greek philosophy and a bit of Gnosticism. It's quite an esoteric religion, and they split from the Ismaili sect of Shia Islam a few centuries ago, and for that reason maybe they didn't feel quite included in the majority Sunni Muslim Palestinian nation. But if you're being marginalised by the new community, the new state that adopted you, where are you going to turn to? Your fellow Muslims, your fellow Arabs, your fellow Palestinians.